Hello. Hello, everybody. This project has nothing to see with water. It has something to see with bees. Actually, we presently are working for other projects with the Cagliari prison, which has about 800 prisoners, and 10% are women, and 90% are male. Basically, what we are going to do is to start some projects for the bees, to start a repopulation of bees in Sardinia. We had nearly a 70% loss of the bee population. So we are going to try some project. We have a sort of a protocol or memorandum of understanding made with the prison administration, which goes through a number of projects which are aimed to, let's say, re-educate the prisoners and ease their insertion in the local. So what we are going to do is start a project in a few stages. The first stage is to educate the prisoners to be beekeepers. So they will be instructed by a national association of beekeepers. They will get a sort of document, the possibility of working all over Italy. And they are a network which are helping us to reinsert the prisoners after the end of their period in prison. So so what we are going to do is start with an agriculture project, which is to fix all the lands around the prison, which are about 4 hectares of land, which is 40,000 square meters of land, which has to be worked. And then the intention is to seed some flowers and plants and trees, which ease the growth of the bee population. This is the first stage. So the second stage, I'm sorry. First is education, second is planting the plants, and then third is start some with 10 hives in that land and start making honey. So the last and final step is to make a sort of a laboratory inside the jail, which are basically 3 rooms. One which is a sort of storage room for the honey. The first, the center, the heart of the laboratory is the second room, where we have the centrifuge for honey and the storage, the cleaning, I don't know, the frames with the bees and the wax and the bees and the honey, and then basically all the operations which can extract the honey. This project will be connected with another project which is going on. Rotary is not the proposer of this second project, which is make sweets in jail. So we are going to give them the honey to make the sweets. The investment is not a big investment, as you see. It's about 5,500 euros. So we are going to finance the project and see what comes out. Let's say. So you see, this is basically how the laboratory is made, what are the main items of this laboratory. The final step is to make honey and allow companies and offices and or stakeholders anyway in Sardinia to have the money, their honey for Christmas gifts or whatever, which is made there but has their own label. So basically, this is how it is all about. The Ethiopian part is another thing. We have made a big well in Ethiopia. We were very lucky. We found a lot of water. But what is lacking there is the education for everyone to rational use of water. So this is why I asked help from to the network, to the entire network, and basically to our friends in Ethiopia, which, and I send them a particular hug.
Stay here, Mario, stay here, because I think that this is a very interesting project, because it's combining a lot of things together, and this is extremely interesting, let's say. Okay. Maybe you don't know, but working with inmate in jail, it's complicated, but has a lot of positive effect. In Padova, that is the city where I live, there are shops, small industrial group that are teaching inmates to do bakery, and they have a lot of positive feedback. The person that are giving the job are receiving a lot of advertisement, let's say. They are also making some money out of it. They pay, but they teach a job to the person that when they finish to pay the debt with the society, they can re-enter the society with a different approach. So it's extremely interesting. And on top of it, there is the environmental impact, because it's okay. We all know the situation about green areas, the pollinators, and so on. And of course, these things can be multiplied quite easily.
Yes.
Okay.
Look, it's a great thing to work with the jails, because I think you receive more than you give, because these people is waiting for someone gives them some other thoughts different from their own thoughts about their problems. They are always. So basically, what you do with them is give them a little interval of freedom in their prison lives. So, and the second thing is that they are willing to work. So, because otherwise their time gets wasted in some way, because they have nothing to do. The projects are very few. So there are schools, it's maybe university, but what they are looking for is something to do on the field. So this is the main reason why I am very happy that in some way we can connect our projects in jail. We made another project, as I told you before, with dogs. So we brought dogs in jail, and it was a great result, because dogs are the best, let's say, way to ease human relationships, because they don't judge, basically. So they become friends, but they don't judge. And they taught us to get in jail and don't judge. Just have a relationship with the people, nothing else. They are people as anyone else around. They have made a mistake, but basically what we found was that at the end of the project, we are all with the tears because the project was finished. So it was for me a really great pleasure to work with them. Okay.
Thank you very much. Very inspiring. There is any question for Mario?
Do you find that the prisoners are engaged? And I'm only asking because we have prisoners that come out and do cleanups on our streets. And I was walking behind a group of them one day and they walked by all the trash and not one person bent down and picked anything up. It's such an interesting project. The states, I think, have a lot more issues than you guys do. I think you treat prisoners better in different places. And you probably get more engagement. I would love a project like this.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, we worked with prisoners with long damnations. So it was particularly, let's say, striking on the emotions because they were people with maybe life damnations or long damnations. And on the other side, we had someone with short damnations so that they can use the titles, working titles that we will give them. In this case, the project is addressed to people who have the permit to work outside the walls of the prison. So thank you to everybody.